Carlos, it's a strange thing. I'm celebrating that as a really positive point, whereas personally I was disappointed on Wednesday. I hold my hand up. What did you make of it today against a very clever Sheffield United team?
I think I agree with you, because at the end we achieved the same number of points that we did on Wednesday. But for me, the feeling of the team was too much better today, because for me we were dominating the game better than we did against Preston.
You made a very bold selection, 4 changes. Take us through the team that you selected today.
What does it mean, the bold selection? What you want?
Bold, brave,
okay.
Courageous.
Perfect. No, I am watching always the level of the players. I am watching which player I think that can help more the team. And many times I say that some of our players that we are not playing is not because they don't have the level, it's more because we have another players in front of them, or in front of them, with them playing the same position, that they are helping the team a lot too. So today we wanted to refresh the team with Ruffels as a left back and with Pipa as a right back. And I was understanding that the game today needed to have 2 wingers, because with 2 wingers you can have good transitions to can find the way to score the goal. I was thinking today that to can score, we had the set pieces. Russell is one player that can help in this situation, like he did. We have the opportunity of the transition, and I think with the 2 wingers we have options to make transition, and even with the interception of the ball of Russell in the last pass that this guy has. And after, from the positional attack, and I think to play with 2 wingers, with Russell in the middle and with Pipa and Ruffels, the team will feeling comfortable with the ball, because sometimes the profile, depending on the profile of the player, you are going to be more aggressive or you are going to be more calm.
We could tell by the way that both Huddersfield Town and Sheffield United played the amount of thought that goes into your preparation. It felt from the side like a real quality coaches kind of championship match. Is that the feeling you got from the opponent today? Do you think this is 2 particularly sophisticated teams in the championship?
I was watching teams that we were facing that maybe are more difficult to manage. Depending about the teams, I think some of the teams, they are going to be strong by the level of the players, and another team by the behaviors that they do. Sheffield is true that it's a little bit mix of both things, but I think they are very competitive team, because they have players in the pitch that are players with a lot of level, with a very good level, that always are going to challenge you a lot. But for example, teams like Derby County or teams like Swansea, they have some type of behaviors that always are difficult to defend when you don't have the ball.
There was one big incident that people will talk about all weekend in Huddersfield, which is what we thought was John Russell's first goal for Huddersfield Town. What was your interpretation of the disallowed goal?
I couldn't watch back, but it's true that from the dressing room, any teammate, any player was thinking that they didn't do foul in the action. This is what Danny Ward told us, and this is what the players. So I always want to have the more fair decision of the referees. I know how difficult is the game. Is this to manage this game or to whistle in some situation? But I only can tell you what the players told me, and they were thinking that they didn't do foul in any circumstance.
It's a shame, because John Russell made a big overall contribution to the team. It would have been nice for him to have a goal as well.
Yes, it's true, but I think one goal in one game like that one can change a lot to take the result, because when the game is too balanced, to have the opportunity to score the goal always is going to give you the possibility to get the 3 points. But always is the same. We need to keep going, we need to keep growing. If the referee understands that was foul, we need to accept and to try to do things better, to don't depend only about one decision of the referee.
Overall, how pleased are you with your team and the way they applied themselves? How pleased are you with perhaps today a relative lack of substitutions? You were quite careful about not disrupting the team too much.
I think the substitutions you need to consider when you are watching that they are going to add things to the team, or when you are watching that some of the players are not performing well. I think today we had a very good bench with a lot of possibilities, but after maybe the fact that Pipa didn't feel well until the last moment, we were a little bit more cautious to don't precipitate one change, because Pipa in the rest time started to feel some problem to keep going in the game, and we were trying to manage this change. And after, for me, it was the change of Holmes was necessary because I start to see more fatigue in Koroma. And for me, the decision to bring Sinani to the middle of the pitch was to try to help the team in the 5-3-2 to have more counter-attacks that will allow us to create some chances. But with the last change, I was thinking that we needed more fast players in the last line, or one fast player like Sinani, one fast player like Sorba Thomas, and keep closing a little bit the game in the left side with to follow in the left. But still, it's a good news when you are missing players in the back, like can be Karel Eitin or can be Turton player that today. Turton was very important in the previous games. Dealing with one special player, when you have this level of player, means that the squad has grown the level that we have.
Did you change your mind about Rhodes and Toffolo when you brought Toffolo on? We got the impression that Rhodes was about to come on.
Yes.
What happened there?
Yes, because the first idea was to change Danny Ward for Rhodes because I was watching Danny Ward fatigue, but at that moment Sorba Thomas was asking for didn't run normal. He was like a physical problem that allowed us to think that maybe he was one of the change. And at that moment I was watching Sorba in this. I was thinking to put Sinani or Brian as a striker and to keep Danny Ward in the pitch. But when I was watching this, that he was recovering well, I was thinking that maybe with the running of O'Brien, attacking more from the middle, and with the pass of Sinani receiving the ball in the last line and the speed that Sorba was giving all the second half, maybe we were more aggressive team than to put one striker. That's why we put Toffolo in the left to allow O'Brien to be in the middle to make the long runnings, having the option to play with Sinani, keeping the ball and running on the right with Sorba Thomas, running on the left with O'Brien. That I was thinking that from the transition point of view we will have helped more the team.
Well, it didn't quite work, but it's a good point all the same. Carlos, thank you for talking to us and thank you for your time as always.
Okay, you're welcome.